Kurt Vonnegut Jr. was born on November 11, 1922, in Indianapolis, Indiana, into a prominent German-American family. His father, Kurt Sr., was an architect, and his mother, Edith, came from a wealthy family. The Great Depression, however, deeply affected the Vonneguts. Kurt Sr. lost most of his work, and the family's financial and emotional stability declined. Vonnegut grew up in a home where art, education, and science were highly valued. His older brother, Bernard, became a well-known atmospheric scientist. Vonnegut initially followed a similar path, enrolling at Cornell University in 1940 to study biochemistry. However, he struggled with his classes and was more interested in writing for the student newspaper, the Cornell Daily Sun. In 1943, during World War II, Vonnegut left college and joined the U.S. Army. German forces eventually captured him during the Battle of the Bulge, and he became a prisoner of war. This traumatic experience would profoundly influence his most famous novel, Slaughterhouse-Five. Vonnegut and other prisoners were kept in a slaughterhouse basement in Dresden, Germany, during the Allied firebombing of the city in 1945. The bombing destroyed much of Dresden and killed tens of thousands of civilians. Vonnegut survived by hiding underground, and this event haunted him for the rest of his life. After the war, Vonnegut studied anthropology at the University of Chicago and began working as a publicist for General Electric. He also began writing short stories and novels. He married Jane Marie Cox, his childhood sweetheart, and the couple had 3 biological children. After his sister died of cancer and her husband died in a train accident within days of each other, Vonnegut and Jane adopted her 3 sons, bringing the total number of children in their household to 6. Though Vonnegut and Jane eventually divorced, he remained a devoted father and often reflected on family life in his works. He later married photographer Jill Krementz, with whom he adopted a daughter. Main works. Kurt Vonnegut is best known for his 1969 novel Slaughterhouse-Five, a darkly comic and experimental work that combines science fiction, autobiography, satire, and anti-war commentary. The novel follows Billy Pilgrim, a soldier who becomes unstuck in time and experiences moments from his life in a nonlinear fashion, including his time as a prisoner of war in Dresden. The book's famous refrain, "So it goes," is repeated every time death is mentioned, reflecting the novel's tragic yet absurd view of human suffering. Slaughterhouse-Five was an immediate success and became a landmark of American literature. It was praised for its innovative structure and powerful anti-war message, especially during the Vietnam War era. It also became one of the most frequently banned and challenged books in American schools due to its language and themes. Vonnegut's other major works include Player Piano 1952 is his first novel, a dystopian story about automation and the dehumanizing effects of technology. Cat's Cradle 1963 is a satirical exploration of science, religion, and politics, introducing the fictional religion of Bokononism and the deadly substance Ice-9. God Bless You, Mr. Rosewater, 1965, is a comic novel about wealth, philanthropy, and mental health. Breakfast of Champions, 1973, is a metafictional novel in which Vonnegut appears as a character and manipulates the events of the story. Vonnegut's writing is characterized by dark humor, simple yet powerful prose, and deep moral questioning. He often employed science fiction elements not to predict the future, but to critique the present, particularly war, greed, conformity, and the misuse of technology. In addition to novels, Vonnegut published essays, speeches, and short story collections, including Welcome to the Monkey House, 1968, and Palm Sunday, 1981. His final book, A Man Without a Country, 2005, is a collection of personal essays and political commentary written in his later years. Anecdotes and Controversies. Vonnegut was known for his blunt political views. He was a vocal critic of American militarism, especially during the Vietnam and Iraq Wars. His speeches and essays frequently criticized political hypocrisy, corporate greed, and environmental degradation. Some readers admired his honesty and moral outrage. Others found his tone too bitter or cynical. His controversial status grew as schools began banning Slaughterhouse-Five and other works for profanity, sexual content, and what some saw as anti-American themes. In 1973, a school board in North Dakota even ordered his books to be burned in the school furnace. Vonnegut responded by defending the right of students to read challenging literature, stating that censorship was far more dangerous than any fictional story could be. Despite his irreverent humor, Vonnegut consistently maintained that his deepest conviction was in human decency. He once said, "We are here to help each other get through this thing, whatever it is." Conclusion. Kurt Vonnegut remains one of the most influential and beloved writers of the 20th century. With his unique blend of satire, science fiction, and humanism, he challenged readers to think critically about war, technology, morality, and the meaning of life. He rejected easy answers and refused to glorify violence, instead offering a vision of the world that was tragic, absurd, and darkly funny, but always filled with compassion. His most famous novel, Slaughterhouse-Five, continues to be studied in schools and universities, not only for its literary innovation, but also for its profound message about the costs of war and the fragility of life. Vonnegut taught that laughter, when paired with wisdom, can be a powerful tool for survival in a troubled world. In a world that often feels chaotic and unjust, Vonnegut's writing reminds us to stay kind, stay curious, and when necessary, say, "So it goes."